what are the job opportunities they may get after pursuing this career, and what are the their roles they need to perform after pursuing this analytics as their job career. um, so we'll be boosting all these the problems of a student they are facing right now. And today we do have Mr. 𝐔𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐿 Upadhyay here with us, who is the data scientist working with MET University right now. He's having 20 more than 25 years of experience in industrial and business. Okay, and he has trained more than 1,000 of students from premier institutes of India. So ranging from IITs, IIMs, he has a lot of other institutes as well in his basket, whose students he has trained. Apart from this, he has also served our nation as a defense member, and he was with Indian Army, and worked as in into small and major projects with them as in data analyst only. So this is the background of our chief guest, or you may say chief speaker here today. And I welcome you, sir, here. And I request you to please enlighten our path and enlighten the
Yeah.
students on this analytics domain, because as a student, we all have these doubts, like what exactly it is all about and how it can help us in our future career. So, giving to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Pooja, for a warm welcome. And,
Thank you, sir.
good evening to all of you. And we are all using this time and the digital technology to get connected and use our experience and the inquisitiveness which our bright students have as on date. And we all are hearing about analytics is a big domain which is coming up. Data becoming very important, the next oil which they call, and it is really welcome, right? So, and we have also seen in the last 1 month how we have been very understanding the data which has got generated due to Corona. And we always, it's like always a election campaign, like an activity going on. Can't see this, you're not able to see the screen?
We are able to see the screen.
Yeah, yeah. So, you need to confirm to me whenever there is a problem. So what I'll try to do is, after a short introduction of mine, I will disable my video because just to manage with the bandwidth which is available to me. I just want that this webinar should continue. At least you should be able to hear me and the PPT presentation, and I should be able to discuss the points which you have. So even in case you are not able to see me, don't worry. You have already seen me for 1 or 2 minutes, right? We have had a contact, eye contact at least. At least you have seen me. I have not been able to see you, right? So just bear with us. We all are working in different areas where internet is at different levels. So, right? So I appreciate that you have taken this. You have taken this interest out to know from us the Henry Harvin, and from me as a domain expert in the domain of analytics. And I will share my experience, how high analytics has become part of my life, and it has become part of some of people's profession. And it is going to be soon part of you once you decide to do analytics here. So just moving on ahead, analytics as a domain, as a definition, it is about, it works with data. And as you see, we all have been trying to understand the processes and the systems from the data. So a question which is coming into me, Pooja, what you can do is you can keep noting down these questions.
Sure. Yes,
And
sir.
we can take them separately. We can just copy. You can copy them into a notepad and bring out these questions at 5 or 10 minutes after the presentation. We'll keep having breaks and discussing those points so that they don't linger on these points for long. Maybe they are answered during our webinar, so this discussion may not be required at this stage, right? So you can keep answering to them in chat that some of them are saying screen is not visible. So I will not get distracted with those comments. You can keep replying to them. Yes, screen is visible. If it can visible to Pooja, who's distantly located, I think it can be visible to anywhere in the world, right? So it has to be visible to at least few of you, or one of you. That is just an indicator that yes, my internet is going visible to all of you there. It could be from the side of a right? So,
Sure.
there are a lot of things. What are the basic skills needed for business analytics? These are kind of questions which we'll answer here. Thank you for all these questions. I'm welcoming all these questions because this is the kind of question which I also had when I started off my journey. But with experience now, I realize what kind of skills do we really need? Because having worked in analytics, I know now what skills suit a person to really be into this area. Everyone cannot sustain this field, right? So what are those skills which are important to be really into this, right? So so it can be an opportunity for many of you, but what we have to see is, do we have the right skills for that? This is where how you can build it. Sometimes skills can be built over a period of time with a lot of hard work and knowledge, skill development. So here, I will move to the next screen of mine. This is a lot of big which I have much of time, but briefly, I would like to say here is data has been the backbone of my working wherever I work. I started my journey of using data when I was in the operation in Sri Lanka, and nobody could think today that even the war scenario that we can use data. Yes, definitely you can use data. When you are trying to know about your competitors in business, they are competitors. In war area, they are your enemies. So we have to do strategy management. So we need to understand our data and we have to understand the other data, right? So it is very important. So data has been, I've been working on, handmade reports. And I think I'll wait for those questions, but let me continue my introduction. At least some participant, Shiv Kumar, has raised it, right? So from that point of view onwards, I always use data to really understand my process. And that has really brought a lot of clarity, because whenever you do some work, there is some event which is happening. There are people there, there are material there. So always there is a data in terms of consumption, in terms of optimization, whether it's inventory management, whether it's your resource management, whether it's a financial management. Every day there is a data involved, even your salary also, right? Even whether it's a football field, whether it's a cricket, everywhere there's a health, everywhere you find there's a data. And what we have to understand, how this data can help us in our decision making and how in a business process, and how it can be like your domain. Earlier, we never thought to be just a domain that which has to be learned. We really thought Excel is just something which we have to do. And everyone, we don't have to really learn this domain. But now, no longer we can depend on the pure Excel form. We have to move into the specialized tools where we have a large data, because patterns come out from that data, right? I've done many courses. I've done my MTech from IIT Kharagpur, where I was first exposed to data warehousing and mining, and that has really motivated me to work in this domain. And then after that, there's no looking back. I have been always on the data, Excel, R, Python, Tableau, everything, right? So moving on to this. So before I discuss the skill levels, then I will just bring out a few cases here, and some of them, your answers would be resolved through these cases here. Now, one of the first cases which we all see it on a daily routine is when we travel from one place. No, these days we are not traveling. There's no Ola, there's no metro, there is no car, there's no driving. But 2 months back when we were driving, we were using Ola. Why did we use Ola? We thought Ola will take us to the best route. Or uses technology, they've optimized everything. They know what is the situation. They know through the people's Google location. How many people are traveling at that particular roadside? So good, and we are making the best possible, effective utilization of whatever. Somebody's got a bandwidth, somebody has got a knowledge, somebody wants to learn, right? We are combining all these things here, and there is a technical person who's managing it with you too. So that is called crisis management. We all have to be ready with that, and at every level, right? So we have seen a case of Ola cabs been using Google Maps for its optimization. And let's move to the next stage or next case here, how analytics have been used. So next screen, Pooja. Next.